going to go to another question. Why do you believe, not like dark skin versus light skin, Black women as a whole, why do you believe that we are the least desired in the dating market?
What's the first thing you think of when I say peanut butter?
Jelly.
That's because ever since you were little, you've been taught peanut butter and jelly go together. So ever since we were young, we were taught Black women are not the ones you bring home. Black women are just on welfare. Black women are angry. Black women are bitter. Black women are going to pull you down. You're constantly told this stuff, and you don't even think about the fact that you have these implicit biases in your brain because you have been being told this all your life. Rather, it's directly or it's indirectly by showing, oh, everybody that's on the cover of magazines are white, and if it is a Black girl, it's Beyonce, or if it is a Black girl, it's Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't think about it because it's just ingrained in you. And I believe everybody tells the media, and honestly, people in your family, even in Black families, they're telling you, they tend to tell you don't date dark because what do you hear a lot? You want to date somebody else because you want your baby to have good hair.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How many times have we heard things like that? But you're teaching your kids not to date dark-skinned people because you're gonna have nappy head babies. And you're not even thinking about it because you think that you're helping, especially I see a lot of dark-skinned women, they sometimes they try to go outside of their race as well because they look at it as I don't want my daughter to go through what I went through. So if I could do anything by making her look less African, that's what I'm going to do to help her out, so she don't have the same issues that I had when I grew up.
Do you think some of the struggles that Black women, put on ourselves of being least desired?
What do you mean? Such as?
Well, one thing being overweight as a whole. You think that has anything to do with it?
No.
Why not?
How many fat white women with people? You ever seen my 600-pound life?
Okay.
And the funny thing is, hold on. And the funny thing is, a lot of times when we see on a regular basis, when you see Black women or white women, they be with fat white women. So no.
It's a little strange.
So no, I don't think being over, because everybody, no matter your size, everybody likes, there's somebody that likes that size. I don't care what your size is. Skinny, fat, muscular, just thin but not toned at all, whatever the case may be, somebody likes that. Multiple people like that. I don't think it has anything to do with being overweight because why would they have they have porn centered around heavy women? So no, I don't think it's about being overweight.
Yeah, but porn, that's a little different though, because sexual attraction is a little different from relationship attraction. But you do have points in other places though, which I can't say anything against that because they are on there.
I don't think weight will have anything to do with it. Mm-mm. The funny thing, remember I was just telling you how I was watching some a guy just talking about how Black women aren't desired. He said that he remembered when he was in the second grade, and there was this girl that he liked. She was heavier and she was dark. He liked her. He just thought she was attractive. He didn't think about her being heavy or dark until his friend said, "Why you like her? She fat." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to like fat women." Then he decided, I'm not gonna like them anymore. Because he's being told, hey, leave that fat girl alone, versus it being his actual desire. So no, I don't think weight.
I hear a lot of men say they're women fit, friendly, and all that. You don't think, or you think that's more of a societal thing?
That's a society thing because there's plenty of men that love big women. Plenty.
What about the caliber of men though? You think that changes? Men
But the thing is, I feel like that still goes into the realm of I have to make sure I'm keeping up appearances. I have to make sure the people around me are going to um, approve of the woman that I'm with because
You
I
think
had
so?
this amount of
You talking about like high power men?
because I have this amount of money. I'm supposed to have big house, fast car, fit girl.
Hmm.
I'm supposed to have this.
I don't know. See, I can't really speak on that. I would love to like interview a couple of men to see how they really feel about that. Because I'm thinking about some of the men that's in like our like close circle and what they would think, like cousins and
Okay.
stuff. You still think it's a societal thing? It's not like their natural
Yes.
desire?
Yes. I really do. I really, really do. Because the thing, like, okay, say for example, you know how people talk, ask gay people, when did you know you were gay? Like, when did you know you like the same sex, right? And they always go back to when they were 6, 7, 8 years old. I
Right.
think that 6, 7, 8 years old, when you finally start to look at people, whoever it is, whether it's your same sex or the opposite sex, you start looking at them in a different way where you like, I think I kind of like them. That is the most pure thing that you were actually attracted to before society told you what you were supposed to be attracted to.
But with that, most 6 years olds aren't overweight.
I wouldn't say
So
most, not here, definitely. I would say most.
I don't have the numbers, but I would think
They
no.
it's some obese folks in this country. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the truth. I'm not being an ass. That's just flat
No,
out.
no, yeah,
That's
that's
just
true.
facts.
Because there's this
And
push
then
of male content creators, and they're all saying the same things. So I'm just, and you're saying it's a societal thing, and they're saying no, this is what men want. We've been saying this for a long time.
the reason I can't believe that, I would believe that if I would stop seeing heavier women, even if it's not morbidly obese. I wouldn't see heavier women with men. I don't. It just. I mean, I don't understand how it can be both ways. I mean, what are they considering fit, like a thinner woman at my height? What am I only allowed to be 140 pounds, 130 pounds, and then when I'm 160 now I'm fat? Now you leave? No, that doesn't happen.
I guess it goes off of the BMI little chart thingy.
Which is, if you ask me, BS. But
You think?
I think some of it is. I don't think everything is taken into consideration. And then not only that, I also believe we just said something about how uh, European women tend to be smaller than African women, and I do believe a lot of standards and all of that is based on European women.
Yeah, to a certain extent, there's a lot, and then sometimes they don't take in consideration like muscle mass.
Muscle
So
mass.
like,
There's a muscle mass thing. There's the thing with like when it comes to genetics, and I just got big hips. My hips are just big. I have in my family our pelvic bones spread like a motherfucker. And now because of
it's
that,
true.
I have more fat and muscle, more often not fat. On top of that, but that does not mean all of a sudden I'm obese or I'm overweight. Like you're not taking into consideration that they're trying to make everybody be one thing, and that's not necessarily the case. And that's a big problem. When you go across the world, all people that's 5'8" don't weigh 130 pounds. And some people, when they weigh 130 pounds, doctors be like, you're small. You're losing muscle mass at this point. You're not just losing fat, you're losing muscle mass because you're trying to obtain something that's not meant for your genetics necessarily. So
I think that could be true.
I think it's a starting point. I think the BMI is a starting point. I don't think it's the end all be
Okay.
all.
Okay, I can get that. But what I was going to say is, I believe the majority of people who goes off BMI, who like the BMI says they're overweight, they are majority. So it could be a good starting point because for one, I think all my life I've actually weighed more than I look. People always guess under because from forever I had muscle mass. This is how I was built, especially like my shoulders. You was in my little bones now. So that's just how I am. So I kind of get that, but I don't think on any chart I will be considered obese, even though they're like, oh, I thought you weighed less, but it's just how I carry my weight.
And I
That
think
makes sense. So
it does make sense, but I also think that's something that's not taken into consideration as well in regards to the
that's true.
weight.
But what I'm saying is, even with people guessing my weight off and I'm weighing more, I'm still not on the obese side.
Okay.
So I don't, even with it being off, I don't think you will be considered obese when you're really not by those charts.
That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is the chart should not be the end all because I mean I have no
Okay.
idea. I have no idea what you weigh and what you're quote unquote supposed to weigh. But you say it sounds as if you're probably heavier than what the chart says you're supposed to be, right?
Yeah, most of my life I have been.
So that's what I mean. So if you're just
Okay.
going off this chart, you can't just say, oh, since you're 5'8", you're supposed to be 130 pounds. It's like, stop. No. First off, you don't even know what in the world 130 pounds look like on me. Like I remember watching this thing. It was five different girls, five different women. Sorry, five different women. They were all 5'8". I'm sorry. Yeah, they were all 5'8". They were all 5'8", and they all weighed 130 pounds, and they all look different.
Would either one be considered like overweight or obese though?
Well, the thing is, what I'm no the well no they all be the same thing because all of them are 5'8", all of them are 130 pounds.
Right. All right.
But what I'm saying is like when people look at things like that, they're just like when you see 130 pounds on one person, it look different than 130 pounds on another person. So for a man to come in and say you supposed to be this weight and this is what I like, it's like shut up. You don't even know what the hell you like for real. You may like the way someone is shaped. These shapely women that all these men want, you think they own you think they own that chart on the quote unquote right spot on that chart? Hell no, because they took the fat that they were supposed to get rid of and put it somewhere else. So you're not caring about the weight, like how heavy she is. You caring about the way she looks standing next to you. That's what you care about.
I can get that. I can get that. So you don't think that Black women being down at the bottom has anything to do with the way we're presenting ourselves? People had a field day with this whole bonnet thing. So
No, I don't. And the reason I say that is because like the whole the bonnet issue, I feel like when Black women do something, it's, yeah, I told you. It's like we're never allowed to make a mistake. Just like Black people in general, when a Black person does anything off the cuff, being a human, makes a mistake or whatever the case may be, everybody say, see, I told you that's how Black people are. Look at them. See, I knew I was right. I knew I wasn't supposed to be around. They do that same thing with Black women. So I don't think it's we're presenting ourselves incorrectly. It's that you have been told that we are only supposed to be this one thing. And if we deviate off of this one thing, hell no. How many times have you heard what a man has had an issue with five Black women? Now I'm never dating another Black woman again. Have the same issue with 10 white women, but will continue to date them. So no, I don't think it's about what we're presenting ourselves. It's because society is telling you Black women are not marriage material.
Still, I'm trying to think.
I think it's turning around. No, I think it's turning around. And the funny thing is, what I also find kind of crazy about this, that that narrative is beginning to turn around at the same time as what else is turning around. Black people are becoming more comfortable with being themselves, wearing locks, wearing froze, wearing African print, where
That is true.
when they're starting to be more comfortable with being who they feel like they want to be, now all of a sudden, oh, dark-skinned women aren't that bad. Society told you not to date dark-skinned women. It's not because you weren't attracted to them. They told you that you were supposed. What did Kanye say? When he get on, he'll ask for a white girl. Society told you to do that because
And Kanye did that.
white women equal success. That's what we've been taught.
There's some truth to that.
So when you get successful, you're supposed to get a white girl. Boom. Now I got it all. Forget that black woman that's been there for me. Forget that black woman that understands my plights. Forget that black woman that will get my children. Forget her. She not success. We go the lighter the better. And the light-skinned women start to come in play because it's like, I do have a black girl. She ain't too black. She's just black enough that, yeah, see, I think black women. It's like, shut up. I mean, like I understand preferences and I have nothing against a preference. I'm totally okay with that. That's fine. Preferences are preferences. Okay. My issue comes, don't go and get the lightest black girl you can find to prove that you like black women. Don't do that. You can't go for the minority and claim you like all and claim you like the majority. Like that just don't make sense.